All right, I think we got everybody, right? Okay. Well, first off, welcome everybody. Excited to have you here. Excited for the PAMA Pro Invitational to get started. It's always obviously a big highlight of the tournament. I think I say it every year, but I really feel this year might be the strongest it's ever been and the most competitive with the division shrinking a little bit and the two great teams coming up. I think it's anybody's ball game. So real excited to get started today. I know the fans are and the parents and kids that are going to be here. So just going to go over some of the rules, the basics. Most of you guys have obviously done it before, but just to refresh everyone. And then real importantly, our first, little twist this year with our lottery. So rather than me deciding who's playing who, we're going to just do a blind lottery for that and decide who you're going to play here. And that'll be a fourth round robin game. The one thing we pride ourselves on here is this division. Honestly, the reason I do this every year, and I have friends of mine that always say, why do you guys do that? Why do you give away all this money and stuff like that for the pro? Like, what's the point? And for me, it's all about the kids. It's all about the future of the sport and them seeing the sport at this level and wanting to keep playing roller hockey. So always remind your players about that. A lot of eyes are on these games and how they act, okay? It's important to us. So PAMA, but Rob, so you guys, Rob, are in Pool A. So you'll select from the Pool B box here. So you guys can go first. And how you pick here is the team you're going to play in the first game. True.
I fucking told that. I called that 6 months ago. Fuck you, that's rigged. That's fucking bullshit. I'm walking out of this fucking meeting. How about that?
So Car Shield then, you guys are next. So you guys would pick from the Pool A box here. Freeze. The Rage Cats are the next up here. All right. You guys are in Pool Roadrunners. And then we'll have Car Shield Blast and the Wings play each other. All right.
I just wanted to know when you get to pick.
Yeah. That's really it. Excited to have you guys. Excited for this division. Let's have some great hockey and good luck to everybody. All right. Thanks for coming out this morning. All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I think the universe threw that puck in my hand, so we grabbed pucks out of a box that had team names on it, and I mean, it's a 25% chance, but in my mind it was a 99% chance. So it's one of those situations where, if there's a team that we're going to play, that's going to be the team we're going to play in the crossover. They always seem to be that team that's up for the challenge to play us. It's going to make it a little bit more interesting, and you know what? I'm going to be up for the challenge. Our team will be up for the challenge, and we'll see how things roll out.
All right, first and foremost, can you just introduce yourself and who you play for? I'm Travis Noe, and I play for the PAMA Labeda Golden Knights. I grew up in Thousand Oaks, Southern California, and I actually had neighbors that lived on my street that were older than me that would play just street hockey on the cul-de-sac and just trying to keep up with your older neighbors, have fun. And so my dad got me a pair of skates, and my dad had no hockey background at all. He was a basketball and football guy. Put me in skates and I could just skate. At 4 years old, he said he was kind of what is this all about? And I would just play with these older kids and just loved it from the get-go. Just something different about hockey. I played other sports too, but just always kept coming back to I always wanted to go to the rink. And there was a rink called the Roller Dome in Thousand Oaks where I grew up, 10 minutes away. I was just a rink rat. I just loved being there all the time. And I was the smallest guy growing up on most of the teams I played on. And so I was obsessed with just trying to figure out my skill. And I played ice hockey as well, but there was something special about roller for me always. The way the game played, the way that it flowed, I always just felt more natural as a roller player. And so that's how I started, 4 or 5 years old. And then I think my first NARCH, first kind of competitive travel hockey before playing State Wars was maybe around 8 years old, 9 years old. And gosh, that's almost 30 years ago now. So it's been a fun run, and the game's just given me so much, so much joy, so much for my family, some of my best friendships, and some of my best memories in my life. The thing about roller is you kind of get into it for the passion of the game, for the fun of the game. For a lot of people, as they progress and start to really master their sport, it's always about the next step of how do I monetize this, or how do I get a scholarship, or how do I make money? And I think for me, it was like, how do I just play at the highest level? How do I just compete and just enjoy playing roller hockey? And I actually think that's one of the things that makes roller hockey truly special, is like the guys that are here because they love it. Really, there's no other reason than that. Of course we want to win prize money, of course we want to compete, we want to win, but it's like, the game is so fun. And I feel like it's helped shape me as a leader. It's challenged me. At the same time, I feel like it's been synchronous with like my progression as a person. You know, there's been times where I've been a goal scorer and there's times where I haven't been, and having to like wrestle and understand what my role is on a team has been helpful. What the game has meant to me, I mean, it's been something my family has rallied around. My parents have coached teams. They've been at everything. So like getting to win a world championship and like look and see my mom and dad in the stands, like those are memories for me that I'll always hold on to. And then as far as PAMA, like I've been on this team for about a decade now, and it's always been more than hockey with PAMA. That's like one of the special things about our team is, you know, Mike, who's kind of like the patriarch of the PAMA team, has taught us and instilled these values in us, and really trying to live by those. When we win, it's because we're doing what Mike wants us to do, and that's gelling as a unit. And the game's given me a lot, and I'm just super fortunate to have been able to play it for as long as I have.
Guys, real quick too, just first day of the tournament, we don't have to be perfect today, but we will have to be perfect Sunday to win this thing. So the thing that matters right now is that we're building habits, we're building character, we're doing the little things right so that we're perfect by Sunday. So two things as we move into today: focus on discipline, on 50-50 battles, little things like face-off wins, short shifts. Second thing to be disciplined on, I think this is the most important thing. This is why we won last year and we experienced it last week. Discipline of our attitude. We're lifting guys up. If a guy makes a mistake, we're not getting on him, we're lifting him up, we're supporting each other, we keep our energy high on the bench, we don't blame things on the ref. When we're sharp in our minds and we're with it, we stay positive and we stay with as one group, by Sunday, that energy collectively will make all the difference in the world. So, discipline on little things, discipline on our attitude, we're going to win this fucking thing. Oh, boy. There we go. Let's have some fun, fellas.
My name is Junior Cadiz, and I play for the PAMA Labeda Golden Knights. I've been coming to State Wars since day one, so State Wars 1. And every single year it's gotten better and better, whether it be through competition or through what Timmy does with the kids, or just, you know, the amount of kids and players and fans that we get at the game. So it's been great, and I hope to come back year after year. To be completely honest, it has been my life since after high school. You know, I played ice hockey and played, you know, junior hockey, and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with my life, whether it be, you know, play a little bit more ice hockey or go to school. And I got the opportunity to play for Team USA back in, I don't know, 2010, I believe it was. And then once I came back, I got, you know, a couple of offers to go to Europe, and I took a chance and went to Spain. And, you know, I played up until, you know, probably a couple years ago. So I would say 7 or 8 years over in Europe, whether it be through Spain, France, Czech. And it's been my life. I got me into traveling. It got me, obviously, you know, deeper love for hockey, and appreciate it that much more because you can see that it's played all over the world. And let alone cutting to today, you know, I met my wife playing hockey, so it's been, you know, circle of life kind of thing. It's the last tournament of the summer. You go through a few tournaments, you know, throughout the year. It's pretty much the pinnacle, you know, that, you know, most would say it has the highest ranking on the pro side. We're all athletes and we want to win too, and that's the biggest thing. And when you have the best teams, and the way Timmy sets up the division with, you know, being an invitational-only tournament, makes it that much more special.
I'm Scotty Savage. I'm a defenseman for the PAMA Labeda Golden Knights. When I was 4 years old, we moved from Lake Arrowhead, California, down to San Clemente, California, and there was a roller hockey rink that had just opened. The family we bought the house from had young kids, and they said, hey, you know, go check out the hockey rink. So we did. My dad took me, and I fell in love with it. I wouldn't have made it anywhere in ice if I didn't have roller hockey. I think it's just such a big contributor to creativity, to my, you know, cerebral kind of what I do when I don't have the puck. Just, you really think well, you have more puck time. It's just a possession game, and then I thought I had my best camps in the summer. It was always better to come off a good summer of roller hockey. It sounds cliche, but, you know, it's something that I never wanted to give up, and if I did, it was on my own terms. You know, unfortunately, it wasn't that way, but I'm very fortunate to still have roller hockey, to be, you know, healthy enough to still play, and, you know, I'm very fortunate to have the roller hockey community and still get to do what I love in the summers. Yeah, it's kind of something that you just come into, your first game, as a PAMA Labeda Golden Knight, you don't really know, kind of the ins and outs of the team and things. And so when you hear everyone kind of run through the different, numbers, essentially, it's just like, this is more than just hockey. This is a community. This is a family. Everyone talks about the PAMA family. You see when we're, able to come out on top from a tournament, everyone's kids are in the pictures. It's just, it's a true brotherhood. It's a true family, and all those kind of things, instill, not just great hockey players, but we try to be great people, and we're lucky to have, the Nijar support, of course, but at the same time, they're about developing us as hockey players, but, as people too, and I think that's something that we're very thankful for. That's what makes PAMA special. We're fortunate we have a lot of guys from California. We play some Tuesday night games together. We have beach hockey every Saturday, and it's really fostered just a true family where we're, in each other's lives year round. And, not all teams are that fortunate. A lot of teams have guys playing ice or guys that are, away for the year, coming in from out of state. So I think it helps us, stay together as a unit, and we're all playing for each other. There's no question. Everyone's blocking shots, doing whatever they need to do for the guy next to them, and it's because, we're family. Yeah, I think State Wars is different just because it's, it's this finale of the summer run. We only get 3 weekends of hockey, If you don't show up, you can play 12 round robin games, and that's your pro summer run, and everyone's bringing their best roster. It's obviously based on last year, so the teams that are getting in. It's just kind of become the one that everybody wants to win. I think it's got the biggest, cash prize, and it's a battle. You can have a Sunday where you're playing Car Shield, Black Ice, Roadrunners. Sundays is the gauntlet, that's what we call it, and yeah, it's just a fun tournament. It starts with, the top, the pros. That's what the kids want to aspire to be, keeping them involved. State Wars does a great job of kind of having the kids around the pros, and that's a big part of it, but at the same time, it's like giving back and seeing that next generation want to aspire to be, playing at the pinnacle of roller hockey, and making sure that everyone's giving back and supporting those programs so we can keep churning out great players and dominating the roller hockey scene, both here and overseas.
Hi, what's up? I'm Kyle Mooney, playing for PAMA Golden Knights in the Pro Division.
I'm Kevin Mooney, playing for the PAMA Labeda Golden Knights in the Pro Division. I've been playing as long as I can remember. A lot of kids played like other sports growing up, soccer, baseball. Kyle kind of got me into roller hockey before I got into any of those other sports, so I just took after him, and I've been playing ever since.
I started rollerblading because my mom would go on like runs every morning. And when I started getting like too big to push in the stroller or whatever, like I couldn't keep up any other way when I was like 4 years old. So she got me on rollerblades to be able to just skate next to her, and then just started playing with my buddy in San Clemente and was there like every day in the summer. It's kind of my childhood. I played ice growing up too. Like I got into ice a little bit later than him, but I just loved roller, and it was always kind of the fun aspect of hockey versus the go and grind and get yelled at. Roller just has always, kind of been something I've loved to do forever.
Part of what makes it so special is that tight-knit community. Before tournaments, during tournaments, after tournaments, everyone's hanging out around the rink.
The tight-knit community and just the communal aspect of roller hockey in itself, I think, is directly derived from that aspect of it.
Whether it's getting drinks or getting a bite to eat or just hanging out and watching hockey, it's really fun to just spend time with other people.
Being able to play on a top team and really, at the highest level was something that I just couldn't see myself playing my professional roller hockey career without being able to do that with him. And we're really close as brothers. We've done pretty much everything our whole lives together, and it directly translates onto the rink, and hopefully we have many more years doing it together as well.
Yeah, coming to PAMA was super special right from day one. And I've been fortunate enough, especially when I hopped onto the team, to play with some of the best players in the world, in my opinion. But, regardless of who I was playing with, there's nothing quite like having your brother on the team. PAMA Pro Invitational, there's no easy game, so it doesn't matter who you draw. But it seems like every single tournament, we end up seeing Black Ice at some point.
The truest sense of the rivalry between Black Ice and PAMA, and really the identity of both of those teams is they've always kind of been a similar core group of guys, and also a true roller hockey team. All of the best roller hockey guys that have played roller hockey their entire lives, and it's not just oh, let's pick up this guy from, plays in the NHL or high level ice or college ice. So the kind of East Coast, West Coast peer roller hockey, very similar styles of how it's played, has always kind of made those games such chess matches and really built that rivalry up. And it's just naturally by how many times we've played in big games against each other and had those battles.
It's always fun playing against them, and we know what to expect. It's going to be a good, hard-fought game, and we'll see who comes out on top.